Equations of normal lines. In addition to finding equations of tangent lines, we also need to find equations of normal lines. Normal lines are defined as lines which are perpendicular to the tangent line at the same given point. So if we have y equals x squared, and we have the tangent line at x equals 1 right here, its normal line is perpendicular to the tangent line at x equals 1. How do you suppose we could calculate the slope of a normal line? Take a moment and pause this video and think about it, and when you're done, unpause it. Well, we know that the slopes of perpendicular lines are opposite reciprocals of one another. So once we find the slope of the tangent line, if we find its opposite reciprocal, that will be the slope of the normal line. Let's try an example. Write an equation for the normal line to y equals x to the third minus 4x to the second plus 2 at x equals positive 2. Well, in order to find the equation of any line, you need both an x and a y coordinate. So let's work on finding the y coordinate first by substituting 2 into our function in place of x and evaluating. So we have 2 to the third minus 4 times 2 squared plus 2, so that'll be 8 minus 16 plus 2, which is negative 6. Therefore, we have the point 2, negative 6, that this function passes through. To find the slope, we can calculate the derivative. So y prime is going to be 3x squared minus 8x. And then we can substitute x equals 2 into our derivative equation. And when we do that, y prime of 2 is going to be 3 times 2 squared minus 8 times 2. So that'll be 12 minus 16, which is negative 4. So that means the slope of the tangent line is negative 4. Therefore, the opposite reciprocal of negative 4 is going to be positive 1/4. So this negative 4 is your slope of the tangent line. So the perpendicular slope, or the slope of your normal line, is going to be that positive 1/4. Now we have our slope 1/4 and we have our point 2, negative 6. So we can substitute these values into the point slope formula. So we'll have y plus 6 is equal to 1/4 times x minus 2. And that's the equation of our normal line. Here's another example. Write an equation for the normal line to y equals cosine of x at x equals pi over 4. Begin by finding the corresponding y value for our point, or the x value given to us, by substituting pi divided by 4 into our equation. So y is equal to the cosine of pi over 4, which is positive square root of 2 over 2. Therefore, our point is pi over 4 comma square root of 2 divided by 2. Once we have our point, now we have to find our slope. And in order to find the slope, we can calculate the derivative and evaluate it at pi over 4 to find the slope of the tangent line, and then find its opposite reciprocal slope. So let's start by calculating the derivative. The derivative of cosine is negative sine. So that's what y prime is equal to. Now let's substitute pi over 4 in. So we have negative sine of pi over 4. Well, the sine of pi over 4 is square root of 2 over 2, and we have to keep it negative. Negative square root of 2 over 2. And then, again, this is the slope of your tangent line. So the perpendicular slope, or the slope of your normal line, is going to be the opposite. So this is negative, this one's positive, reciprocal. So that will be positive 2 over square root of 2. And then if you rationalize the denominator again by multiplying by both root 2 over root 2, you get 2 square root of 2 divided by 2, or just positive square root of 2. So we have our point, pi over 4, positive square root of 2 over 2, and we have our slope, positive square root of 2. And now we can write the equation of our normal line. which is going to be y minus square root of 2 over 2 is equal to positive square root of 2 times x minus pi over 4. And that's the equation of our normal line.